another video. Alright, so in the last video, I did a talkie challenge part something. I don't know which one it was. I still didn't upload it yet, but after this one, I will. I think it's like talkie challenge part 7. I don't know. Alright, so don't judge me. But I think when I ate one of the chips, it loosened one of my tooth. So I bit so hard that my tooth is now wiggly. So now, my tooth is really wiggly. All thanks to YouTube. I don't blame YouTube. I'm a kid. I do crazy things. But anyways, in today's video is, if you haven't seen scary stories, then what are you doing with your life? Sorry about that. I'm just... Anyways, I just spaced out for a second. Today's video, scary stories and conspiracy theories. Let's get into it. Alright, so I'm gonna just be talking about scary things, basically. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the legend of the Axeman. Whatever you do, disclaimer, if you get scared easily, then click out of this video right now. I'm gonna just speak a little bit louder because I don't think you guys can hear me, but let's just get into it. So there's this man who named the Axeman, and it happened a long time ago. He would go around. He didn't have no weapons on him, right? You're probably thinking, oh, he just beat people with his bare hands. No. Whatever the person he killed, whatever the person had in their house that he could use as a weapon, like maybe a blade, but the most reason he's called the Axeman, because he would go around the house checking in sheds, breaking in sheds, see if they have an axe. Because the axe was like his to-go weapon to use to kill the people. So he would usually mostly use axes, and he would always strike for the head, nowhere else. Now, some people have actually survived, other people haven't, but I'm gonna just tell you a quick story. So I think in 1999, I don't remember. So if I'm wrong, it's because I don't remember. But one day there was a woman. I forgot her name. She and her husband were sleeping. The Axeman came, struck both of them in the head, and she was very sad. But the woman, she survived, and I think the Axeman struck the husband either 18 or 17 times in the head. So that's just wow. So then a few years later, she remarried to another man, and this man, one night, the man grabbed an axe, or I think it was a blade, I don't remember, and I think he came out saying, "I killed your husband that night." The woman, she didn't hesitate. You might have think that she might have ran out of the room or screamed for her life. No. Luckily, she had a revolver in her top drawer that she was standing next to. She pulled out that revolver, boom, shot right in the chest. The man died, and the woman, I don't know what, but some say that the woman killed the Axeman, but I don't believe it. So, people say she killed the Axeman. People said she didn't, but there were other killings. Some people think that it wasn't the Axeman. It could have been something else. But the Axeman, he wasn't a secretive type of guy. He used to taunt the police, saying, "For I am not a person, more of a spirit." Some things like that. And he said, like, "I come every night. You are the easiest targets. The lights from your houses are like fireflies," or something. I don't know. I don't care. But he would always send notes to the police, taunting them, saying, "You would never catch me. The only things I would be catching are your souls." But I don't know. One night, he wrote the letter to the police. The police put that letter on the newspaper, and this is what it said. It said, I'm not gonna read it exactly. I'm gonna just put it in my own words. What he basically said, that he'll be coming that night, and whoever doesn't put on jazz music, you heard me right, jazz music, will get the axe. So this is what he's basically saying. He'll come that night. Whoever doesn't put on jazz music will get the axe. By that, boom, the axe goes straight through their head. So people all around got freaked out immediately, and they put on jazz music on their record players. But for those people who didn't have record players, would go to inside bars that played jazz music 24 hours a day. But yeah, so they just hid out in the jazz bars. So alright, I'ma just talk. So everyone, they ran to any bars that played jazz music. They played the jazz music on their record players. So that night, nobody died. Which was good. People calmed down for a little bit. But the next story I'm about to tell you, you'll probably get hyped. One night, there was one husband with his 5-year-old daughter. They were sleeping in the same bed because the daughter got scared because of all of this Axeman stuff. The man didn't believe it until one night. He woke up to the sound of his daughter crying. His daughter in the corner of the room saying, "Daddy, help me." And she said, 3 men, and there were 3 men standing at the front of the man's bed. One appeared to be tall, the others about the same height. But that night, the man died. So did the little girl. Some people are saying that those 3 men weren't the Axemen. They were probably other types of killers. Pretty sure my brother farted. I'm just kidding. Alright, back to the story. People have actually survived to tell the story. Mostly were women. So all the men just died. So, some women said that the Axeman looked really buff and really tall. Taller, not normal tall, tall, right? He had like some type of apron on him that was all covered in blood. He had another apron like covering his mouth and tied to him. And he would always have an axe. And all his clothes were filled with dirt, flies. It would smell horrible. Some people even thought he wasn't a human. Some people actually believe that the Axeman is actually... Jeez. Alright, so some people believe that the Axeman is believed to be a spirit that is angry and who apparently loves jazz music. There's this one report saying that this man locked all his windows, all his doors, and he put like alarms around his house. So he thought it was gonna work, but no. People think that he could magically shrink and go under the door and magically become really huge. I don't believe that myself. Anyways, back to the story. Somehow he woke up. A man was standing at the front of his bed. And he had this thing. All the alarms somehow got turned off. The only way they could be turned off was from the inside. So something had... My brother just heard a creepy noise. I don't know what it was, but he thought that he actually believed he actually survived the hits that the Axeman threw, but the only way the alarms could be turned off were from the inside. So something might have magically came in somehow and not turned off any of the alarms and turned them off from the inside. People say he sleepwalked and he turned it off. How? What? To me, that makes no sense. Alright? But he did get a few beatings. He survived to tell the tale. Now, I was going to tell some other stories, but apparently we have no time. That's going to be the end for this video. If you guys want more scary stories, let me know. Hit that like button. Let's try and get 5 likes. And tell me, do you believe in the Axeman? Comment down below. And also, make sure your doors are locked. Have a good night. I'll see you guys in the next one.